Wait, before you go anywhere, don't run away. This is not a vlog, this is a Photoshop video. But I told you that the next time you'll be seeing me, you're going to be seeing my face. So I'm not supposed to be laughing in this video, I'm supposed to be like, because in this video I'm going to be exposing myself. I'm the Judas and the Jesus of this video, because I'm going to be betraying myself. Like everything I've learned on Photoshop, especially one which is the shadows, midtones and highlights. People call it dodge and burn, Photoshop calls it dodge and burn. I'm going to be showing all my tricks. So if it's your first time of coming to this channel, you know what to do. Come on, I'm going to wow you. If you give me a chance, I'll wow you. So if it's the first time of coming to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe button, and if you're second, third, fourth, 1 millionth time, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. I really want to see those comments. Tell me how I look, how I'm doing, because it feels different to shoot videos and you're looking at the camera at this time. Before you're just nobody sees me, so I'm like, okay, so do this, and when you're done, but now I'm looking at the camera. Let me hit to the intro. I'm talking about shadows, midtones and highlights. People call it dodge and burn. Simple term, it's what makes your art glow. It's what makes me somehow a professional when it comes to smudge paints, because I know how to work with these things. What are shadows, midtones and highlights? Now look at my hand. It's bright. Maybe because I'm using a ring light, but it's bright. These are called the highlights. Then the dot on my nose is supposed to be here. Dot on my nose is highlights. Then my normal face here is midtone, and then the hair and maybe the cupboard at the wardrobe at the back as shadow. So highlights, midtones and shadows, that's how it works. So I'm going to go over to Photoshop. Now in Photoshop there's a dodge and there's a burn tool, there's sponge. I don't know whether I used to paint or something, but the dodge tool has the highlights, midtones and shadows, and then the burn tool has highlights, midtones and shadows. The both of them, they have their different functions. Now this is a celebrity I got off Instagram. Her name is Munirat. Yeah, she's like one very big influencer. She's always posting, like, I like going on her pictures. She has some very nice shots on her pictures. Like it's super dope and super. You should want to check her out on Instagram, Munirat Lecky, L-E-C-K-Y. You want to check her out on Instagram. Well, what I basically did for this video is to cut out the background. I'm going to show you. I've cut out the picture from the background, and then now I was working on this video before, and then I realized that I was doing rubbish. This is my first time of video myself doing the Photoshop tutorials. I was doing rubbish, so I had to cut out. This was where I was far already, so I'm going to show you how I did this. Now most times after this, the next stage I usually do from here is to go to the image, go to the adjustment and go to shadows and highlights. Now a lot of people do this. Watch. Now they go to the adjustment and they make the highlights, they take it away too much, or for the shadows they make it too much, they make it like this, they make it so flat. But what I'm going to do is just, I want to keep the highlights and shadows from the previous picture, but then I want to make this one look like art. So what I'm going to do is to reduce it like this a little bit. Let's say leave it at 19 or there about 16, and then the highlight should be say 8 and 16. So you might want to check out the values when you're working on this. And the next thing is to basically, I don't know, this is before, watch, and now. I know I'm always saying before and now when you guys don't see me. Like, I see me, I'm like, I'm sure we saying before and now. It feels so good. Keep your calm. It's a tutorial. You're not vlogging, it's a tutorial. So continue. So before and now. So this is it. So I'm just going to name this cutout and name this highlighted. So that's what I'm going to do. You can use the levels for this same thing too. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add high pass. It's not necessary, it's not 100%, it's not a must that you must do this. Like this picture is a photograph picture, so you might not as well do this if you don't want to. If it's clear, then you can leave it, but I'm going to just do it vivid light. Some people think when I put linear light, like I'm doing one very big Solomon in the garden kind of, nah, I'm not doing that. Just a normal, I think you want to try that out. It's just normal basic tutorial, you know. So high pass, then the high pass I will maybe leave it at 2.8 is too much, so maybe let's say 1.4 is not bad, and then I don't want it to be too much. I mean that the picture is sharp already. So now this is what we'll have. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut out each picture from the background. For that I'm going to fast forward it. Don't tell anybody. I'm recording this with my phone. Yeah, I've been doing virtually all my vlogs with my phones. Yeah, watch my vlogs. You should watch my vlogs. I think I want you to watch my vlogs. Please watch my vlogs. Check it out here. I think YouTube puts it here. So check it out here or here. I don't know, but please check it out. And I'm going to cut out the picture from the background. And for the hair, I have the hair here. This is the hair tie. So I'm just going to select this and duplicate this. I'll select the eyelashes here and choose the heads, and so that's what I'm basically going to do. I'm going to select all this and head over to Photoshop CS6. So you're going to have to miss my face a little bit. So wait, abracadabra. Okay, so that's what I'm basically doing. I'm just going to choose the eyebrow, come over here and duplicate it and name this eyebrow. This is eyelash. Yeah, sorry, lashes. And then for this, I'm going to name this eyebrow. Yeah, and then for this, no, this is supposed to. What am I doing? This is supposed to be the lashes, and this is supposed to be the eyebrow. Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do, I have not done the hair, so I'm just going to cut out the hair. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick here, I'll press Ctrl J to duplicate it and just write hair. Why am I just typing bro everywhere? Bro, what's eyebrow? But yeah, you ladies, you guys do quite a lot. I don't know if a lady is watching this, but you guys do quite a lot in having brows and stuff. And this is what I have now. So this is the hair tie. So I'm just going to apply oil paint to it, to this particular one. So that's what I'm basically going to do. Apply oil paint to it. I think I want to apply oil paint on the lip just to illustrate something to you. So I'm just going to cut out the lip here. And now just take note, I'm going to be going to Photoshop CS6 to apply oil paint. I know a lot of you, your oil paint does not work. So that's why I came as the Messiah to liberate you all. Exactly what I said in that video. Yeah, the last video was about oil paint, using a perfect illustration for how to replace oil paint. Why am I writing oil? It's supposed to be the lip. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to head over to Photoshop CS6 to oil paint this thing. One of the biggest things I did not talk about. Okay, let's just go. I'll talk about it when this video is ending, and that's this picture I got. It's a screenshot, but I'm going to say something about it before the video ends. So that's one of the biggest reasons why you should stick to the end of this video. Let's go. So over here in Photoshop CS6, now I just want to basically oil paint and get out of here. So I'm going to go to oil paint. I'll just basically pick all of them, apply oil paint, and then head out. Now oil paint, I've said this countless times, so I'm still going to do this because I'm a good person. So I'm just going to use the shine. The stylize is okay. So here, and then okay here. So I'll press okay. Well, if you, yeah, that's fine. So I'll always save anytime I'm doing this, just because Photoshop crashes. CS6 actually crashes sometimes. Like you just be working and then next thing you see not responding. What is not responding? Like I'm almost done with this project, but come on, there's nothing you can do. You're just only going to shout for Photoshop. So that's what I'm going to basically do. And the stylize, let's make it here. This is okay. Now press okay. So I'm going to do that for all the components. So this is for the cap. Then for the eyebrow, I'll come over here, go to oil paint. You know I don't like making the eyebrow slip too much, so I'm going to always take down the cleanness and the stylization. Stylization should be something like here. Then the cleanness, I don't want the cleanliness to be too much, so this is okay. So I'll press okay. So this is what we'll have. See, it's actually quite a lot of difference. So for the eyelashes, I think the eyelashes has the eyeballs in it. Let me check. Okay, so this is for the eyelashes. So I'm just gonna, I like pressing Ctrl J before doing anything. Ctrl J is basically for duplicate. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know all these things of heart. Like if they wake you up and they're like, what is the next thing Armstrong does after this? You're like, oh, that's that. Yeah. I feel like a teacher like Gandhi, or which other big teacher? Socrates. I don't know. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, was he a teacher? So that's that. Okay, let me just do for the lip too. When you press Ctrl J, I'll tell you why it is for the lip. I'll tell you in a bit. So I'm just going to do that same thing again. Come over here. It's too much. I don't want the lights to be too much on it. So the cleanness too. This is okay. So I'm going to press OK. So this is what I have now. Okay, lastly, the earring. So I'm just going to select this area where the earring is, and I'll just go to filter, go to oil paint, and just apply the last filter, and just oil paint. So that's that. And I'm going to head over to Photoshop C17. Now, a point to note that is very important is the fact that this next stage is smudging. But a point to note that is very important is the fact that when you are smudging, you don't want to use a very hard brush and probably smudge the eyes like this, No, you want to gradually, it's like you're painting on it. That's why it's called smudge paint. With the smudge brush, the one that's always in my description, you now paint over this place like you're dabbing on it. That's how you're going to do it and make the face smooth. Then add highlights on it. That's basically what I do. That's it. That's finished. There's no other hidden secret inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smudge. I'll pick a smudge brush. The smudge brush I use that's in my video description here. And probably use the curly bracket to increase or reduce it. Then I'll smudge. So I'm going to merge this. This is the highlighted. I'm going to merge all this together. The eyelashes with the. So I'll choose this place. Ctrl Alternate E to merge the ones I've selected. Now with the smudge brush, I'm going to pick my smudge brush. Use the curly brackets to increase or reduce it. Yes, and just smudge. Now check the image resolution. The image resolution, its image size is 96. Let me bump it up to 300. The height, let's say 3000 by 25. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. So while it's still loading, I have something for you. Well, for those that have not hit me on Instagram, please try to hit me on Instagram. I really want to hear what you think. I really want to see your works. But don't come on Instagram and be like, Armstrong, I've done this, please rate me. I don't rate anybody. I feel like you get better by the day. It has actually loaded. But wait, I'm still talking. You get better by the day. So you should strive to get better, not want to look for somebody that was going to rate you and be like, you're a 5 over 10. Yeah, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to always tell you, well done, and keep doing. Besides, I have quite a lot of messages always pouring in. You know, give me some work. Show me that, yeah, I've done this. This is what I want to do next. I'm going to be like, wow, this is wow. It's better than being like, okay, so I cannot find how to do this and I cannot do this, and I'm going to be like, just kill me already. Jesus. Don't mind me, just enjoy. It has expanded now. Then that's what I'm basically going to do. Now with the smudge brush, I'm gonna make it, the strength is 30. See, so its strength is 30. Then I'm just going to smudge over this. It's going to be, I'm going to duplicate with Ctrl J as usual and clip it here. I have a classic, I've done like 5 million videos on how to smudge. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this fast job. So I want you to nod your head and smile while I fast forward this part of the video. Yeah, I'm going to fast forward this part of the video. So let's continue. Let's dive right to it. So basically preserve the details you have here. I mean preserve it, like instead of going out and killing the details already there, you should preserve it. Now I'll tell you what, anytime somebody wants you to smudge paint the person, it's because the person has seen how beautiful the person looks as a human being, and then the person feels like, okay, this paint is going to make me finer. Don't be deceived. I know you want to make the person look natural and stuff, but then you should strive to make the person look sweet. I think art is beautifying what the beauty that God has endowed us with. Anyway, so that's what I'm basically doing. So this is it. Now for the lip, that's why I put oil paint on it. Now oil paint to make it easier for me not to spoil the details already there. So I'm going to pick the brush, make it 30, and all these places that oil paint has showed me that this is how it is, I'm just going to basically leave it like this and just smudge in that axis. I'm not going to just smudge in this axis. You see this axis? That's what I'm basically going to do. It's more like leaving the details that oil paint has showed me that this is what I'm going to be doing. Now if you don't get this right the first few 100 times, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of people feel like, I'm strong, if what you did in your tutorial is not what I'm seeing on Instagram. Yes, I have to polish it a little bit, you know, to make it look nicer, because if we're going to leave tutorial, it's going to be like a 7-hour tutorial. You will not even be watching it. Yeah, some people tell me, yeah, don't worry, I will keep up with it. No, I feel like you that's talking are not even going to watch it, and then I end up with 9 people complaining and then nobody watches the video. It's both bad business and it's going to be stressful for me working on it and getting a nice thing done. Now this is it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing as usual is adding colors. So I'll just pick here. I'm going to fast forward this part because I really showed how to add colors in my different videos. So I'm going to fast forwarding this part, so I'll get over to the highlights part as soon as possible. Are you bored already? I don't know. Are you bored? Are you tired of the video? Are you tired of watching the screen? Yeah, it's okay to be tired, but if to be tired is okay, but giving up, now you do yourself. If you give up, now you do yourself. But it's okay to be tired. If you feel like, oh man, I don't know what's happening, yeah, it's okay to be really tired, but please don't give up. Like a lot of people do all these things and they don't give up, so why are you going to give up? So I'm going to fast forward this. I'll add colors to the eyes, to the, if you are confused about how to do this, you can check out videos on how to add colors. I know you're not going to check it out, but I'm just basically saying that I've done it before. So let me fast forward this video. The next thing I'm going to be doing basically is to blot out all these edges for pictures. I'm still going to fast forward it, but I just wanted to tell you that this is the next part I'm going to be doing. Now imagine we leave this video and we don't fast forward it. It's going to end up as a 2-hour video like I've said before. So for people that want to get the full details, that's why I'm making series of videos, so you can just put them together, and then after this you do this, and then you do this, and you do this, and it's supposed to come out perfect. It's supposed to come out a lot better than, you know, just watching one video. It's going to be tiring, even to me that's making the video as well. So fast forwarding still. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the point where we're going to dodge and burn. A place that starts like this, we're going to have to reduce the highlights in some parts and make it normal, like a place like this. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So watch this, watch closely now. I'm with you now. So I'm going to pick the highlights this is the, I'll come to this place. This is the H. Now there's highlights, shadows, and midtones. There's shadows, midtones, and highlights. So for the midtones, this is let me pick this. Let me just illustrate something. I'll come over here on top. Now this part, let me make it yellow. This part is the, like I said, this is the shadows. Now this is what I want to do. I'll pick this part. Now I'll always work on the main body layer. I'll duplicate it and then clip it. Okay, let me turn this yellowish off. Then I'll pick the bond tool, come over. Let me just lock this so I doesn't get to select this. I'll pick this. I'll pick the, now I'm picking the bond. I'll go back to this place and pick midtones. Watch now, because I want to work on the midtones. So I'll come over here, add little, like 20. See, 20. I don't want to make it too much. Now if you make it, if I make it 60, see, it's looking very fake. This is how some people's arts look like when they send me pictures. It's very wrong. So make it 20, mild, very mild. Then just paint over. Be careful where you paint, where you paint over. Don't make it too much. So something like this is okay. Then the top of the lip still, and then you might want to use this particular, when it's like this, you might want to use it to make the face definite. I mean, like this part of the face, you might want to use this to work on this. If your hand is shaky and it's not, you can do something like this with the pen tool. Then pick the bond, make it midtones, and while it's on bond, you press enter one. Enter. You can press it just once and then you have this. So you can just press one enter and you have what you want. So I think this is okay. If it's too sharp, you can use your smudge tool to, you know, blend it in with the picture to make it better. Now with the bond tool, and I'll tell you what, look at my face. Look at my face properly. You notice the top of my face here. I'm going to have to look away from the camera for a while because I'm going to look at this mirror to just show what I'm talking about properly. So still have your gaze on me. Now this place is dark. Here is sharp. Here is sharp. These places are sharp. So look at these places and impute that on the picture. That's how to get a better picture. Since this is like the best way to have illustrated this particular point, I mean. So that being said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the bond, the dodge tool now. Okay, for the bond, I'm not done with the bond, so I'm just going to bond a little bit of all these places. I don't want to make it too much, so I'm going to bond this place a little bit. See, it's on 20. Okay, it was on 30 before, but then this 20 is not bad. So I'm just going to leave this like this. So this, I feel like the photographer that worked on the picture made this her jawbone, because ladies don't have strong or sharp jawbones, you know. So I'm just going to make it 20, and then I'm just going to make this place, I'm just going to ease this out a little. I don't like her jawbone feels too sharp for a lady. Ladies have this softer jawbone, but if it's a guy, I mean, for a guy that has been struggling all his life, he has a sharp jawbone. Now for the highlights, now I'm going to choose the highlights. Then I'll come over here. I'll make the highlights 20, the exposure. Now watch what I want to do. Highlights usually the icing on the cake. Before we do the highlights, let's go to the midtones. And for the midtones, I'll add this light here. See, I made it 20. I'll add the light here. Then on the nose, remember where light is falling on my nose, remember, even if you're not seeing me right now because somehow I had to pause I'm actually recording this video on my phone. So then for this, on top of the lip here, just a little bit, remember. Then this place, the lip here, and this. So I've been thinking about what to name this video that will make it trend. So I'm thinking my Photoshop secret exposed. Well, this is highlight. I'll put it here. Then make sure I'm going to burn this place a little, so the highlight you get to pop up. Now don't make your burn and your dodge too much. Same way with your smudge, don't make them too much. Then with the highlights, now from the midtones, I'll choose highlight now. Highlight, watch. I'm gonna come on top of the nose here. Watch what I want to do. This is a big scale I learned. I'll just do something on top of this place like this. Something like this. And it does not look like this is anything, but from the outside you see that it's giving this picture one very nice feel. So, okay, so I'll make it down like this, add this like this. Then on the eyes here, probably add something like this. These are the parts of the face that pops up when light touches them, you know. So in between the eyebrows, all these things make the eyelashes, sorry, it makes it pop up and it makes it look very nice. And she's looking like one, I won't say what I usually say, Barbie princess. Beautiful. Oh, the eyes is actually blue. That was because I didn't add colors. So I'm just going to do that. Before, a lot of people say that after my tutorials, I go back and I do some extra things. Yeah, because you know I have to add a little extra touch. So because I can't do that in the video, it is going to take time. It's not like I don't want to show you a lot of things, but you know sometimes you can't just work on a 5-hour video. Most of the things you get them from experience. A friend said that once. No matter how much things you learn, nothing you can't buy experience. You have to work towards it, you have to thrive towards it. And for the eyes still, oh god, this is taking so much time. But yeah, for those that really want to learn, this is for you. I don't feel like I'm talking to 9 million persons. I feel like there are maybe 5 or 6 persons that have watched this video to this extent and they're like, I'm strong, we're following you, we're following what you are doing. Right on. Okay, so for this, I'm going to pick the highlight still, come to this place. Now watch the way I put my highlight. I'll just put something little here, maybe little here. Then I'll use the smudge brush, I'll just ease this out so it doesn't look too sharp, but it's going to show that I added something there. Then for this, this will do still. Then for this will do. These are just the right places to put them. If you don't have any right places, I mean anywhere that works for you, that'll make it pop up. Then I'm going to put it on top of the brow, the lashes, to make the shine. Yep. I mean ladies take out time. They love details. If you meet a proper makeup artist, they love details. So we should love details too. You know, eye for details, like everything. I asked a question on Instagram the other day. And somebody said one of the things I love about your art is your eye for details. I love details so much. So for the burn too, I'm going to burn this place too. Now we have been working since. I want to show you the difference. Now I'm going to turn this off. Before and now. Tell me that this dot has not popped up. We just added 1, 2, 3 dots and see the difference. See what the dot has added. Now first of all, we have to burn this place. And let me smudge this out a little bit. This line is too obvious, so I'm going to smudge this out so it doesn't look too obvious. It's going to look like it's there, but then you can't place your eye on what it is actually. Then on the forehead still, if light is coming from here, it has to fall on this place. Now you have to look at where light is coming from, where light is falling on. All those things will help you have a perfect image, you know. Then for the hair too, for the highlight, I'm going to come over here and you know, just now this is what usually happens in all this anime. In anime, you have this line here that's usually like this. So that's what I'm basically going to do. Just do this, and this is what we basically have. Like, then for the eyes, lastly, for the eyes, you just come over to this place and you know, just do this, add this highlight on the eyes, and yeah, this highlight, and it's just going to pop up. It's going to look like, it's not going to look like, it looks like art already. So one of the things I do is highlight. So sometimes when I get to a point where it feels like all these things are really hard, I just add highlights. Maybe with the highlights, I'll make the opacity 30 because highlight is really strong. So I'll just probably paint over this place, and while I'm working on it, I'll turn the previous one on, turn it off to see where I'm working on. Or you can get pictures of paintings, famous paintings, and see how they add the highlight, what catches your eye, where the highlight is, where the midtones are. I mean, I've gotten lots and tons of pictures, so somehow it's in my mind to know where these things are. Remember why I did oil paint was because of all these places, so I'm just going to leave it like this. You know, oil paint has a way of preserving detail and making it look nice. Yeah, it's same with diffuse too, just in case you don't use oil paint and use diffuse. Diffuse has a way of preserving details too, so don't feel like you're left out. So this is what I have. This is just basically what I have. No much talk, no much drama. And you learn where light falls on and where light does not fall on. Like light bounces off the lip and falls under this place, so I'm going to add light here, and then under this place too, under the nose, light bounces off this place, the top of the lip here, and falls under this place. So I'm going to add this. Then the side of the face, the nose too, I'm just going to add this here. This is not bad, so I'm just going to add this here. I hope this tutorial is not complicated. That was not the plan. I didn't make it to be, I didn't want it to be complicated. I just wanted to show you where I do this and how I do this, and I don't know, make it a, I didn't want to make it a long video, just something nice and small. Now I feel like this part the light we added under here feels fake, so I'm just going to use burn to remove the light. Now when it's highlight, you just burn it and take away the light, you know. That feels very nice. Now you can just finish up with the hair tie. I think I'm going to have to do a video about how to add highlights and midtones on clothes, so you get to learn that on clothes most especially, because a lot of you flop with that. I see it, I'm like, oh, I was once here, but now I've found the light. So for the highlights and midtones, watch what I want to do. A lot of you might have tuned out from this tutorial already, but then if you are here, this is the last juice before I call this a day. Now I'm just going to, I'll burn this part under here, burn this part, and just basically that's what I'm basically going to do, burn it and leave this part that is really bright as the highlight. It does not feel like this is a lot, but see, before and now, just these 5 or 6 things I've done has made this thing pop up. Now this is how to make your art glow and how to make it look spicy and juicy. So let me know what you got, let me know what you did. Lastly, I said I was going to talk about that last picture. I think I'm going to have to do that now. So lastly, like I said, I was going to talk about this picture. Is a picture of Wizkid. So it's a screenshot from Instagram. Don't do this. Don't get a screenshot from Instagram and say you want to work on. It's going to come out blurry and it's going to spoil what you do. Now I probably want to say I want to crop it. The first video I ever did, I got a screenshot from Instagram and I did it. Now watch. Now when you come in, you notice that this thing has gotten very blurry and you can't work on a picture like this. It's super blurry and depixelated, unlike this one that we have. You see, it has more details, and it's beautiful. So you might want to not work on this. This is like the biggest thing I learned. When you have a client and you tell the client, hey, I can't work on, and it feels like it says work on this, I can't work on this, but if you want me to do it at your own detriment, so that's what you should really do. Now this is Wizkid and his kids, so try and get a picture that is clear. You know, I got this off Instagram too, but it's clear, you know, so that's what you should strive to get. So least anybody says I just rounded this off and probably put another background on this, put a background. I don't want it too background that's too saturated. And let's see this background. My backgrounds are like the best backgrounds. You all should pay me, so I'll give you backgrounds. Don't worry, the next video I think I'll be releasing videos about how I get my backgrounds. You know, how I get my backgrounds, what to search for, where to get them from, and this. Then probably blot it out and have an awesome video, you know. Okay, so this is it. This is everything. Add highlights to this part that has highlights, add highlights to this part. The parts that you really feel like should be a little bit darker, make them dark. And this is just basically it. Shikina, there's no other extra thing I do except adding colors. After this now, I'm going to do something to this picture. Probably add colors, you know, play around the colors, make it look sweet, extremely sweet like this. This is my channel. If you feel like I talk too much, I don't know. So let me know what you think. Don't come on my Instagram telling me that I should rate you. I'm not going to rate you. I feel like you can get a whole lot better. Times 2, you can get more better than I can have ever been or I can ever be. Just keep practicing. Don't tell me to rate you. Don't come out and say I don't understand anything in this life. You understand, you just haven't put enough time and work into it. So if it's your first time, I'm not saying that again. Let me know what you think and let me know how creative you got. I don't know. I'm just gonna turn my back and end this video. It feels so good to show you on my face that I'm not a serious person. I know some of you have been thinking at me and calling me Sir. Sir Armstrong, you are my mentor. I'm not a mentor. I'm just some guy. So let me know what you think. Extra likes, please. Extra likes. Happy new month first before you go out. Happy new month for you guys. Bye bye. You are still here.